Hello, this is the next step in the process of our Sharpe optimal portfolio using a market model and a three-factor model. We've estimated our variance covariance matrix. Your next step is going to take, you should already have your Sharpe optimal portfolio estimated or with a market model. That was an earlier video. So we'll just take this sheet, again we don't need to reproduce work, and do the move copy, create a new copy. We'll just toss it to the end. So this is the new copy of the Sharpe three-factor, or the Sharpe portfolio. I've created a Sharpe three-factor one here. I'll go back to that in just a second. We need to change our variance covariance matrix. All we're going to do here is say that it's equal to, come to the three-factor betas, click on the first variance covariance value that we've calculated, and then drag that across. And then we'll drag that down. And my numbers are messed up here, that's why I'm going up and down. So we have our new variance covariance matrix. One thing I want to highlight, a lot of people, a lot of you, in the first project just had numbers down here. So every time you updated your model or asked the solver to update, you didn't get anything. These are equations. You notice that, let me double click here, this is equal to D5, okay? And this weight is equal to, okay, it's equals D6. And then this weight here is equal to D5. If you haven't done that, if you just put numbers down here, then every time you do the optimization, these numbers may change or they may not change. But most importantly, the weights on your weighting matrix never change. So there's a lot of people that lost points because they didn't follow the instructions. So your first thing that you should do before you do anything else, go over this in class, is to correct this aspect of your worksheet. So once you have the variance covariance matrix in, you'll just come to data, click on the solver, and with the same constraints that you had on your Sharpe optimal portfolio, click on solve. We'll go ahead and keep the solver solution. You notice that the weights have changed here, and that the weights of the three-factor model, which is the one we just did, are different from the weights in 5, 13, 40, 36, 5 than the weights for the market model portfolio. So we're getting two different projections of the future, and we'll have to figure out which one is most accurate between the three methodologies that we've applied. So go ahead and delete that. I already have my answer here. So this is going to be the last video. This is not the end of the assignment. You're going to need to create a year-to-date evaluation for the Sharpe optimal portfolio and for the three-factor portfolio Sharpe optimal. So based on the market model and based on the three-factor. There's another video for that, so I'm not redoing it. You've done it already. And then you're going to need to compare the estimates of volatility and return and Sharpe ratios between the three-factor model, the market model, and then the one that you already have done. A couple other little points here. If you want to print out one of these tables, highlight the area that you're interested in, like so that I get to see all the data. Yours will be wider, admittedly, because you got 10 stocks instead of 5. Come over here to the page layout and set the print area. So this is what's going to be printed. This is actually a separate page. That's what it's telling you. That's not a problem because you're going to come into the home page and I'm sorry, the file page, and you're going to go to the print option. And then here you're going to say no scaling. I'm sorry, you're going to fit sheet on one page, so that all the data is always going to be on just one page. And this is the appropriate way to do it, as long as your table is not so large that all you see is you can't read the data. So none of the tables that you need for this report are going to be terribly large or too large. I want to see your three-factor, so you're going to highlight all this stuff. You're going to set the print area, just like I did. Page layout, print area, set print area, and then when you actually go to print it out, file, print, you want to fit it on one sheet. Okay, so this is what I want to see. You also need to put headers up here. In other words, the labels. Wrong button. So what I mean by that is you'll insert a row, you'll lock in the appropriate area, you'll merge the cell, and you'll say this is the three-factor model var go bar. All right. Admittedly, I didn't explicitly tell you that, but it's something that just, if you're going to turn in a report to your boss at some point in time, these are the kind of things they're going to expect you to do. All right, so that covers the printing. In terms of the return, I want to see the Sharpe portfolio. I want to see the betas from the market model. I want to see the three-factor betas. I want to see the Sharpe portfolio from the three-factor model. I want to see your Sharpe portfolio again from your previous analysis with the weight variables collected so that they're actually equals D5 as opposed to just numbers. And the focus of this report is going to be on the evaluation of your analysis, comparing year-to-date returns, which one predicted better, which one did overall better. All on analysis, nothing in terms of telling me about stocks. On the last reports that came out, there was an awful lot of material, historic material on the stocks,